It is time for the Oh Wow moment, brought to you by the Gloria and Roger Jones Children's Center for Science and Technology. And I have the one and only Director of Education, Mr. Ralph. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Miss Madonna. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous and wonderful. And I will tell you, I'm excited because these little dump trucks here are Oh Wow dump trucks.
There are Oh Wow slag trucks. Now
Slag trucks.
you probably wouldn't see these out on the roadways, you know, with the salt that's in the back of them, but we, you know, every once in a while run into some really wonderful people that come up with some really wonderful ideas. And Star Supply at some point, you know, decided that they had a plethora of small toys and dump trucks like this. So we literally took advantage of it, get some stickers on there, and now we've got toys at Oh Wow, and you know, it's
Oh
wonderful.
wow!
Yeah.
Oh wow! Oh wow! Okay, Mr. Ralph, I see ice. I see slag. Well, I don't know what that is. I see salt, and that's salt too.
Correct.
What's going on, sir?
So, you know, we're entering that time of year where, you know, you're really often, and when my son was growing up, he would always watch the garbage truck or any trucks that make loud noises. So when the slag trucks come up and down your street, they're making a humongous noise, right? Because the blades of that shovel are hitting the pavement, but they're also doing something interesting. And I would always point out to him, watch what's happening, you know, as the truck goes by. Yeah, there's sparks and it's kind of neat to watch, but it's important that those trucks are out on the road for certain reasons because they're salting the roads. And he would always laugh at me, you know, when I would say they're putting salt on the roads. He would say, you know, Dad, you put salt on your food, not on the road.
Right.
So sometimes too much, right, Dad?
Okay.
You know, we want to lay off the salt on our food, right?
Sodium is bad in that respect.
But these trucks play an important part on keeping us safe.
How?
Right? Because they're actually putting salt on the roads, and salt melts the ice.
That's a chemical reaction.
Yeah, it's a chemical.
It's a chemical reaction.
Right. So when we talk of salt, we commonly refer to table salt. Now this is table salt, right? But this salt comes from the natural salt halite. Okay, so this is
halite.
Halite. Yeah, this is the salt in its natural form right here.
Oh.
Now, we couldn't put this in our mouth. We would not want to do that.
Okay.
But because this salt here goes through the purification process.
And sometimes can be iodized, right?
Correct. And then we can eat it. We can put it on our food. But it's also used in its natural form as rock salt to help break down the ice. Now, we know in this room right now, I got a thermometer here. In this room right now, it's a little above 70 degrees. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you know, I put some ice in 2 beakers here. Now, I asked you earlier, I said, can you read those? And what are they reading, Miss Madonna, for our folks out there?
32 degrees and 32 degrees.
Correct. So they're both at 32 degrees. 0 degrees Celsius, which we know that means our thermometers are reading correctly because the freezing point of water is 32 degrees.
Right.
Okay. Now, if we were to add salt to these, something interesting happens. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some salt. Now, while we're doing that, and I'm going to pour a little salt, 2 teaspoons. We're going to put, and you're going to put it in your side. Go ahead and tip it in. This is something you can do at home with your students. Okay, and we're going to do one more.
Okay.
All right, and then we're going to give it a couple of seconds. And while it's we're going to take the thermometer out of there. We're going to stir this around a little bit, you know, stir around a little bit.
Kitchen chemist.
Okay. And then we're going to stick that thermometer back in there, and then we're going to just put it off to the side for a second, okay? Put these off to the side. So while that's just sitting there, I got these pieces of ice out here, you know, and I set them out, and I wanted them to act and simulate as if we were on the road. So what we're going to do, now I have the rock salt in its natural form, but I also have rock salt over here. This is what we use at the museum. Okay?
Why is it green?
It's green because it's coated with a liquid magnesium chloride solution, which is organic, much better for the environment, and easier on our roads. So this rock salt here, the white stuff that we often see here, okay, is often used on the roads. We see that. What we're seeing more of is the trucks using this. Okay, because it's safer on the roads and it breaks down the ice much quicker than the rock salt.
Show me.
Okay, so we're going to take a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit of my rock salt here, and I'm going to put it on my ice. Okay, we're going to sprinkle on. Okay, you go ahead and put yours on yours, and we're going to see this melting process here. Okay, and we're going to actually take some of the regular table salt because I've often seen people literally trying to throw table salt out to melt the ice on their porches.
Oh, it's just melting.
Yeah,
this is melting.
It's really, really quick.
Now, oh my goodness.
What we call when the the ice is melting. Okay, when that salt melts the ice, that is called freezing point depression.
Freezing point depression.
Correct. It actually drops the freezing point. The ice is dropped. The temperature is dropping. So the salt is dropping the temperature of the ice. It's freezing point depression. It's decreasing. Okay. Now,
as Zach said, we've got 40 seconds.
40 seconds. Now, if I bring these back over and you notice it's going right through. It's melting. What is the temperature now in the one that you put the salt in?
Oh, it's lower. It's like at about 28,
it's
27.
It's minus 4 degrees Celsius, whereas the one without the salt is still at 0.
0, yeah.
The salt literally drops the temperature, freezing point temperature, which then allows for our ice to melt and keeps us safe on the roads.
Oh my gosh, Mr. Ralph taught us a chemical reaction and how we will drive with the salt. Thank you, Mr. Ralph.
Absolutely.
You're awesome, as you always are.
I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody.
That was your oh wow moment. Thanks for watching.